Hello and welcome to the Listen Your Way Game of the Week, brought to you by Andine Chevrolet and your Forsyth County Marathon stations. Now here with your play-by-play action is Keith Shoemake and Chuck Shadburn.
Hello everybody, welcome again down to Lambert High School. Seems like we were just here, Chuck. One different team anyway tonight. We've got the Raiders in town tonight to take on the Longhorns. Lambert comes into the game tonight at 4-0 and 1-0 in Region 6-6A, and North Forsyth comes in at 3-1 and 0-1 in Region 6-6A. So another cross-county region matchup here, and the Raiders won the toss. They elect to receive here in the first half. So what do you think about the game tonight, Chuck?
Well, last week we saw, I guess, distance-wise, the closest rivalry. This week, I think, in the county, as far as the county rivalry goes, it's the one with the most distance between the two schools. Yep. So not the heat that you felt necessarily last week, but still a great crowd, a great night for football, and a big, important region game. I think that's the most important thing for both of these schools. Like you said, North Forsyth already took a region loss last week. They certainly don't want to start off in region play at 0-2, and Lambert definitely want to keep that streak going in a hotly contested region with a lot of good teams in that region. So they definitely want to stay at 2-0 in region play. So should be a great night of football.
No doubt about it, and I'll go ahead and apologize in advance. I'm a little under the weather tonight, but we're going to battle through it and get through the game here. So as we get ready here, we got a couple more minutes before we get ready to kick this thing off. Both teams just coming through the banners, hitting the sidelines, getting their final instructions before we get ready to kick it off. Lambert won their game here last week against South Forsyth in convincing fashion, and the Raiders lost their region opener last week to Chattahoochee. Mainly lost it on the special teams game, as Chattahoochee scored 3 touchdowns by their special teams.
Yeah, I was just talking to one of North's coaches before we started the game here, and he was saying if they thought if they could eliminate some of those mistakes, that they were in that game with Chattahoochee until they started making those mistakes. So eliminate some of those, which are things they can control, that they could hang right in this ball game and get a region win here tonight. And we saw last week this Lambert Longhorn offense, they could just line up and play smash mouth and run it down your throat, or they can get on the outside with a number of guys, one of them being number 13, their quarterback.
As he will be doing the kicking duties here, Brock Maxwell kicking off for the Longhorns. And we have Tanner Riddle and Luke Slayton back deep for the Raiders to receive.
And number 20, Tanner Riddle. Kick off for the Longhorns.
As we're just about ready to go here.
Brock Maxwell.
Another night of Listen Your Way, Game of the Week. And the kick is away. And the kick will be into the end zone for the touchback.
Maxwell's kick sails into the end zone.
I know it's a shocker that we had a touchback.
10 Raiders from their own 20-yard line.
A lot of touchbacks, that's for sure.
So the Raiders will come out on offense here to open the game. Their quarterback, Junior Harris Roberts. Raiders will be running the wing tee, is that correct?
Wing tee, yes, and maybe even a little double tight look tonight, I heard, but and that 13, looks like we're seeing a tight look here, wing tee.
Leads them to the line of scrimmage.
So Roberts under center, man goes in motion, gives right up the middle. That is number 5, Eric Fitzgerald. Looks like a couple of yards maybe, but that's about it.
Eric Fitzgerald on the carry.
Looked like a trap play there up the middle.
Gains about 3 yards. We'll call it 2nd down and 7 to go here for the Raiders.
Number 44 led a host of Lambert tacklers. The gain was a little more than 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and a long 7.
North come out in formation with 2 wide receivers, but both those guys are in a tight formation, almost making them stand up tight ends. Now we see double tight ends with their hands on the ground.
Man goes in motion, and he gives to the motion man. That is Riddle, and he's stopped for no gain. Might have even lost just a touch.
20, Tanner Riddle on the carry for North Forsyth.
So it's going to be 3rd and long here.
23,
it's going to be 3rd and about 7 here.
Well, that's the formation we saw Lambert use to grind South down last week. North giving them a little dose of their own medicine, but there was no push at all up front right there as the Longhorn defensive front did a good job.
So once again, very similar formation. 3rd down, 7 to go for the Raiders. Man in motion. Fakes the give, rolls out to the right, looking, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. Pass intended for Tanner Riddle. So it's a 3 and out for the Raiders on their first possession.
Well, a little pressure there on Roberts applied. He had to give ground as he rolled out. He had a man wide open, but he had to made an outstanding throw to hit him. And instead there he just kind of erred on the side of caution, threw it out of bounds. And North will have to punt here early on. I think one thing that's key for them is to try to keep the ball and keep this Lambert offense on the sideline.
Deep for the Longhorns.
So I believe that is number 7, Cody Gottberg, doing the kicking.
Gottberg, the punt.
Kick is away, almost blocked by the Longhorns. Taken by number 36, Matt McNeese. And hit immediately. He might have got a yard, and that's about it.
Brandon Miller takes that.
The Longhorns will take over 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line.
Good field position.
Yeah, good pressure there by the Longhorn defense. Almost got a piece of that punt. And now that offense is going to come on the field in great field position for their first drive.
Other action around the county. The other 2 county schools are at home. West Forsyth home against Centennial. South Forsyth at home against Alpharetta. And Pinecrest, they're on the road at Hebron Christian tonight. So those are your other games around the county tonight. Maxwell under center, gives right straight up the middle. Very minimal gain, if any.
Myers on the carry.
Number
3 is met right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a short pickup, if any, on the play.
He might have got a half a yard, and that's about it.
Well, we saw Myers do a lot of work last week. Lambert going quickly here.
At the line of scrimmage.
Senior quarterback Brock Maxwell. And we have a flag on the play. Looks like we're going to have movement against the Longhorns.
Yeah. First mistake goes on Lambert. They're trying to go quickly. Sometimes you can go so quickly that you mess yourself up. Going to cost them 5 yards right there.
It'll be an illegal procedure, so it'll be 2nd down and a long 14, short 15 here. So 2nd and long.
2nd and 15.
Snap. Maxwell looking to throw. He's got a man, and it's short hopped. Pass was intended for number 9, Kansas Mullins. Or, correction, the wrong team. That is Chandler Register, number 9. Helps if you look at the right roster.
Well, what you see right here by North, they had 6 men on the line of scrimmage right there. They got 8 in the box, giving a lot of room out there, and it looks like Lambert's going to try to take advantage, giving a lot of room by the corner, a big cushion. But North definitely, from watching film, looks like they're playing defensively as they've got to stop this Lambert Longhorn rushing attack.
So it's 3rd and 15. Maxwell will be in the shotgun. Snap, high snap, rolls out to his left, looking. He's going to intend to run. He rolls back to the right side now, still looking. And he's got a man there, and again, it's short hopped, incomplete. Intended for a Register again. So Maxwell kept it alive, tried to make something happen, but another short throw.
Yeah, and he can make something happen with his legs. We've seen that before. He's a heck of an athlete. Just nowhere to go really with it there. Good defense from the Raiders, and they're going to force a punt. So nice job there by both of the defenses early.
Number 33.
So Maxwell, also the punter here, he will punt it away. Luke Slayton deep for the Raiders. 4th down and 15. Snap, and the kick is away. Nice high, long kick. Fair catch called for at about the 14-yard line. And the Raiders will take over there 1st and 10 with 9:30 to go, first quarter, here on the Listen Your Way Game of the Week.
Punt goes down inside the.
So good defense by both teams on their opening series.
Good defense by both teams. A little pressure on both punts. An exceptional punt right there. Really high in the air. He had no choice but to fair catch it, and now they're pinned back on the 14-yard line. So early on, Lambert's in control of the field position, and if North doesn't do something to change that, it eventually leads to points for the team who's controlling the field position.
So 1st and 10, Raiders at their own 15-yard line. Man in motion, snap. Give is to Davenport this time, gains about a yard. That is sophomore running back Jamal Davenport. We saw a lot of him in the Central game.
Yeah, we did, and I read in the paper today, he's had 3 big games of over 100 yards, I believe, or right at 100 yards for this Raider offense. And Coach Maxwell was giving him props, but you also know he's got his defense ready to stop that young man because they were tackling him low right there on that play. There was nowhere to go.
So second down, 9 to go. Just under 9 minutes to go here in the first. Roberts puts the man in motion, snap, and we got a flag on the play. Probably going to be another procedure penalty this time against the Raiders.
Before it can get started, we'll confer.
And it is the illegal procedure against the Raiders. So that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, something you saw there right before the snap, the Longhorn defense shifted over to their left to the strength side possibly, or to the wide side of the field, and I just wonder if that didn't cause somebody from the Raider offense to jump, to flinch. At any rate, cost them 5 yards. And they go.
So second down, 14 to go. Raiders come to the line. Snap, fakes the give to Davenport, rolls to the right, looking, and it's going to be caught by number 20, Tanner Riddle. Picks up about 6, maybe 7 yards.
Picks up a few yards around the.
It's going to be up to about looks like about the 17-yard line or so. Actually, about the 16, so it's going to be third down and about 9. 8.5, 9 yards here on third down, so third and long.
Little waggle action by the quarterback, Harris Roberts, right there where he rolls out. He's got the guard in front of him. Good job of keeping his head up. Kind of a risky pass right there, but did get him some yards, third and kind of manageable here.
So third and long, man in motion. Fakes again. Pass is batted away by number 23. That was Danny Edgeworth.
Roberts pass intended again for number 20.
Another 3 and out for the Raiders.
Yeah, exceptional play right there by the defensive back. No contact, just came over. He was in good position, knocked the ball down just like you coach it.
Another punting situation.
And now they're going to have to punt again from backed up deep.
Jordan Gene Felix, Brandon Miller.
And the Longhorn offense should get it in good field position once again.
The punting for the Raiders.
Jordan Gene Felix and Brandon Miller back deep for the Longhorns. Cody Gottberg doing the punting for the Raiders.
Remember, a lot of pressure on the last punt.
Snap. They're going to drop back into coverage this time and kicked it off the side of his foot this time. And kicks it out of bounds at about the, as we wait for the referee continue to walking up, at the Raiders' 29-yard line, and the Longhorns will take over there first and 10 with excellent field position.
Well, when I said there was a lot of pressure on that last one, I didn't know there was going to be pressure on the punter this time, maybe on himself, because he really did. That's a shank and not what the Raiders wanted. Now they put their defense in a pretty bad position. I knew the offense would get good field position, but.
So the Longhorns back out there, first and 10. From the Raider 29, man goes in motion. He gives to the up man, I believe that was Myers. It is, and he picks up about 5 yards or so. As we'll wait for the spot, actually picks up 4 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that's one of Lambert's favorite plays that we've seen, that midline option. That time he gives it to Myers going up the middle. He runs low and hard.
So as they come up to the line quickly and then step away and look to the sideline for the play. Give again to Myers, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard. We'll see where they mark it. And let's see.
Tacklers included number 71.
Basically about a foot, so basically no gain. So it's going to be 3rd and about 6 again.
Nice job there by the defensive front of the Raiders, playing flat down the line. Able to keep a good wall there built up front and make the play.
So 3rd and 6 for the Longhorns here. They're at the Raider 25. Man goes in motion. He's going to fake to him, pitch it to number 2, Jake Velasquez, who fumbles the pitch and then gets back on it for about a 3-yard loss. So it's going to bring up 4th down and long here for the Longhorns.
Well, option again. That time he faked it to the fullback, took it out, and he's a threat to keep it. Remember, Maxwell's a huge threat to take it the distance any time. Well, they covered him. Well, the pitch was open, so he pitched it. But unfortunately for the Longhorn offense, they put the ball on the ground there on the pitch.
And he had a lot of open space in front of him. He would have easily picked up the first down.
No doubt about it. It was there. Like I said, that's you got to kind of – you're glad that happened if you're the Raiders defense, but it worries you.
Longhorns come to the line. Looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down and 9. Fakes, gives to Vasquez this time, but he's going to be swallowed up by the Raider defense after about a 3-yard gain, and the Longhorns turn it over on downs.
Well, they came out and tried a sally play or counter where they faked the action one way and end up handing it back the other way. Everybody on the North defense played good assignment football, disciplined, stayed home, and was able to make the play. Another big stop by the Raider defense here early in this game.
So they overcome the bad punt, get the football back here. Raiders take over 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. 5:28 to go, first quarter. Roberts under center. Man goes in motion. Snap. Gives to Davenport. Picks up about 4 yards. Up to about the 30-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Again, North coming out in the double tight end, double wing look. Handing out to the big guy, handing out the middle to the big guy. Just content to pound it, run some clock.
Gain of 4 on the play is 2nd.
And what they got to be thinking here, I think, is get some first down at minimum 1, so that maybe you can punt and flip the field at worst.
So 2nd down and 6 for the Raiders. Roberts will again be under center. Man goes in motion. Gives to the up man again. And he might have got another yard or so, maybe 2.
Number 5.
Looks like he's going to gain. Actually, that was Fitzgerald on the carry this time. Picks up about 2 yards, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 3.5 or so here.
We're going to give credit to number 65, Jake Chakowski, on that stop for Lambert. It's 3rd and 4.
So 3rd and 4 for the Raiders. Same type of formation. Roberts will again be under center. Man in motion. Gives to the motion man. That's Riddle this time, and he's going to be swallowed up. He might have got a yard, and that's about it, so it'll be 4th down for the Raiders.
Yeah, that play hasn't been very good for the Raiders so far tonight. Tried it earlier in the game. There was nothing there, and again, that Longhorn defense was there to stop him for no gain.
Number 38, Connor McCann, with help from number 23.
So Gene Felix and Miller back again deep for the Longhorns. Gottberg doing the kicking for the Raiders.
Brandon Miller, Gottberg the kick for the Raiders.
So snap. Kick is away. Better kick this time. It's going to be a short kick and will bounce and take a Longhorn bounce back up to about the 43-yard line. The Longhorns will take over there 1st and 10.
Well, back and forth. Both defenses pretty stiff so far tonight. Not allowing. We've seen no big plays. Both offenses seem like they're pretty content to try to get into their rhythm, get into their game plan a little bit. Both maybe have similar game plans. Let's just pound them up the middle. Now you're seeing Lambert actually try to spread it out just a little bit more. North stacking the box again on defense.
So Maxwell in the shotgun. Man comes in motion. Fakes to the motion man. He's going to run it himself, looks like, around to the left side, and he's going to run it out of bounds for about a 2-yard loss.
That was outstanding defense there by the Raiders. Motioned across to the right, then he kept it and tried to get to the left corner really quickly, and he's fast, but he found nothing but Raiders who were staying home, ran him out of bounds. Another good defensive effort.
So it's going to be a loss of about 2 yards on the play. 2nd down, 12 to go. 3:10 to go, first quarter. Still no score here. Under center this time. Man comes in motion. Fakes to the motion man. Looking to pass. He's got a man out there, and it's complete. Pass is caught by T.J. Russell. He's inside the 10, down to about the 9-yard line for the Longhorns.
T.J. Russell.
Excellent throw by Maxwell.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you're going to stack the box and try to take the run away, they're going to go to the air, and they can do either one, it looks like, Keith. So Maxwell down the middle of the field. Not terrible coverage, but he did have a step on the man, and well-placed pass. Touchdown, Longhorns.
It's like the defender almost stopped and tried to jump to make the play instead of keeping running to trying to at least get a hand up in his face.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure once he turned around and looked back that he exactly knew where that ball was.
All right. Maxwell again in the shotgun. He is going to – he tried to give to Velasquez. Fumbles on the give. Raiders recover. Raiders will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 11.
I'm going to apologize. I thought they scored on that last play.
Oh, no, it was inside the 10.
They did not, and it's a big thing that they didn't, because now the Raiders are back in business after the fumble, after the turnover.
Just like he was trying to give to Velasquez coming across on the motion play there, and just didn't get it in his belly.
Yeah, he didn't, and wow.
I don't know if he was trying to give or if he was trying to pull it out to keep it himself.
Just when you think the Longhorns have a lot of momentum, they come out and put the ball on the ground, which is something that they haven't shown that they do a lot.
So Raiders take over 1st and 10 from their own 11. Snap, give up the middle to Davenport, I believe. I'll see momentarily here. Davenport
again for the Raiders.
Gains about, looks like about 2, maybe 3 yards. We'll call it a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Gets credit for that.
Yeah, just pounding it with the big guy up in there in the middle again.
Gain of about 2.5.
For 2 or 3 yards. They're very patient here, North is, on offense early.
So Roberts will again be under center. Man in motion. Gives to the motion man, Riddle. Tries to get around the end, picks up a yard or 2, looks like. We'll await the spot here. Looks like he's going to get about 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 5 here.
Well, still in that double wing formation, jet sweep.
38.
Where the wing comes right behind the quarterback. He gets the handoff there quickly and tries to get the edge in a hurry, but that Longhorn defense did a great job of stringing that out. Another 3rd down here coming up for the Raider offense.
So 3rd down. It's going to be like a short 5 here. Same formation. Man goes in motion. Snap. Gives to Davenport. He has the 1st down. He's up across the 25-yard line, up to about the 27. 1st down Raiders.
Davenport on the carry.
Well, he found a seam right there, Keith, and then once the big guy gets past those big guys on the Longhorn defense up front, and he's in the secondary, he's hard to bring down. So he quickly got those yards, and they finally got him down. And that's what this offense was needing to get themselves away from their own end zone a little bit.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They're at about their own 26.5 yard line, somewhere in that area. 1st and 10. We got under a minute to go, 1st quarter. Still no score here from Lambert. Man goes in motion. Fakes the give to the motion man. Gives it up the middle again. I believe that was Davenport again. He picks up about 2.5 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and long here.
Across the line of scrimmage for the Raiders.
Continue to pound it up the middle with the big man.
Just being patient, pounding it up the middle, eating this clock up, and I think so far they've got to be happy with the way the defense has played and the way their offense has been able to at least keep this Longhorn offense off the field at times.
So 2nd and 8 here for the Raiders. Man goes in motion. Gives to the motion man, and he is hit immediately. That was number 28, Antonio Adam, on the carry. He's going to lose about 3 yards or so, back to about the 25. So it's going to be a 3rd and long, but that horn will end the 1st quarter here. So So at the end of the first, your score, North Forsyth is 0, Lambert 0. Here on the Listen Your Way Game of the Week, thank our sponsors again, Dean Chevrolet, and your Forsyth County Marathon stations. So it's a defensive battle here so far in the first quarter.
Yeah, it is, and you know, more so than the North offense limiting possessions of the Longhorns because they haven't gotten many first downs. What they have been able to do is eat a lot of clock. So the first quarter has kind of bled down. Both both defenses have played very well and played tough and fast, and so that's why you have a scoreless ball game here at the end of the first quarter. The Longhorns look to be getting a rhythm at the end of that first quarter before they turned it over, spreading North out, hit the long pass, and then uncharacteristically turned it over on the very next play. So the Raiders are hanging in, they're eating clock, and right now it's still a great ball game.
And as we said last week, Lambert has a prolific offense that can score a lot of points. But they can't score if they're standing on the sidelines, so the Raiders are doing their job right now at keeping them over here on the side where they can't put any points on the board.
Yeah, and I have to think that was part of the plan because they're in that double tight formation. Like I said, it just says we want to pound up the middle and we're content to eat clock and just see what happens. The longer we hang around, the more nervous you get. So, maybe that's their game plan this week.
So it's going to be 3rd and long here. 3rd and about 11 yards here for the Raiders. So we get ready to open up second half action, or rather second quarter action. Roberts drops back, looking to throw, and he's going to be hit short of the line of scrimmage for the sack.
Well, I tell you, you're not going to be able to hold the ball long against this Longhorn defense because they're big and they're athletic up front and they don't stay blocked long.
Zach Smith, the one that finally brought Roberts down on the sack. So he loses about a yard and a half here, so it's going to be 4th and about 12 for the Raiders.
He had time to check a receiver, maybe 2, and then he was swarmed under by those black jerseys.
He tried to step up in the pocket, but there really wasn't anywhere to go.
Yeah, it collapsed.
So Gottberg will again punt it away. Kick is good. A nice high, deep kick this time. Fair catch called for and taken by Brandon Miller. He will take the fair catch at the 38-yard line of the Longhorns, and they will take over there 1st and 10.
Well, I hate to keep coming back to it, but every time Lambert receives a punt, I keep thinking they've started at about this field position every drive. The Raiders are starting their drives, inside their own 30 at best. And I've got to think that eventually, if that keeps happening, if that trend continues, this Lambert Longhorn offense are going to put points on the board.
So Longhorns coming back. Got a receiver out wide to each side. Maxwell under center. Gives straight up the middle to Myers. Gains about 2, maybe 3 yards. Looks like it's going to be about a 3-yard gain. Actually, about a 4-yard gain, looks like. So it's going to be 2nd and 6 here.
Like about 3 yards.
Nice game there by the fullback on 1st down. The defensive tackle's got to do a job of squeezing down and getting his head in front to stop the dive, to take away the dive so that the quarterback keeps the ball. It eliminates one option there.
Gives to Vasquez, the motion man, trying to come around the right side, trying to get the corner, but the Raiders hit him, and he's going to be taken down for no gain. Another nice job by the Raider defense.
I'm going to tell you, both of these defenses are flying around tonight. They came to play, and there was another example of it right there. Good hustle to the ball, a lot of white shirts swarming around, and it makes for a good ball game if you're a defensive guy.
So he gained about a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd and about 5 here for the Longhorns. Maxwell moving people around here. Under center, man comes in motion. Fakes the give to the motion man, rolls to his left, looking to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass intended for number 47, Chris Lay. And And another nice hold by the Raider defense.
Another hold, and I'll revert back to that field position thing. You got to give kudos to the Raider defense because they have been put in some situations here tonight with the field position, but they've still managed to hold strong and keep this Longhorn offense, which we've seen put points on the board, in check here so far tonight.
So Maxwell will do the punting.
Maxwell to punt.
And it's going to be a short punt this time. And it's going to go out of bounds. We will wait for the official to come up and mark it. And he's going to mark it out of bounds at the Raider 36-yard line. So they will take over their 1st and 10, the Raiders' best field position of the game so far.
A little bit of a shank now for the Longhorn punter. And that may have been the break the Raiders were looking for to flip this field position as their offense takes the field. Did they hold out long enough so that now they can try to do some damage on offense with this field position?
So we got 9:39 to go in the half. Still no score here from Lambert High School. Longhorns and Raiders, their first ever matchup. Snap, fakes the give. Actually, he did give it. That was number 18, Cameron Anderson, with a nice gain. Gains about 8 yards or so. He's going to get it to a second and short, second down and 2 to go.
A little speed sweep and able to get to the outside this time. Great gain there on 1st down for the Raiders.
So second and about 2 yards here.
2nd and 2 for the Raiders.
And so Raiders come up to the line, 2nd and 2, 9 minutes to go in the half. Man in motion, fakes and gives to, I believe that was Riddle, it was. He's going to pick up about a yard, so it's going to be 3rd and about a yard here.
Well, you saw a couple of plays in the last few by the North offense. They had some success getting the edge with the jet sweep and then the speed sweep. Well, that time they faked the sweep to the outside and run a counter where they hand it to the running back coming back the other way. But a good job by the Longhorn defense, again, of staying at home. That's all about discipline and not leaving your job and assignment too soon.
So 3rd down and a yard here. Roberts again will be under center. Man in motion. Gives up the middle to Fitzgerald this time, and he has a 2nd and 3rd effort, and he's very close to the 1st down. Fumbled the ball.
I believe that ball came out.
And Lambert recovers.
I'll tell you what, and that whole thing is one effort by Fitzgerald trying to fight ahead to get that 1st down. But even more than that is the pursuit of the Longhorn defense. Player after player got in and got contact on Fitzgerald until finally they were able to knock the ball out. Then there was nothing but black jerseys around the ball to recover it. So outstanding job by the Longhorn defense.
So the Longhorns will take over 1st and 10 from the Raider 47-yard line.
Brandon Miller, number 36, getting credit with that caused fumble.
So we got 4 receivers. Maxwell in the shotgun. Man comes in motion, gives to the motion man Vasquez. Turns the corner, picks up about 4 or 5 yards on the play.
Jake Vasquez, number 2.
Longhorns now in gun and run a little speed sweep of their own right there.
41-yard line.
And he's going to gain about 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
He made that first man miss. Might have been the safety there coming downhill.
As the Longhorns check the sideline for the play here. Maxwell coming up, giving it to the lineman. Under center, man in motion. Gives straight up the middle to Myers. Looks like he might have got a yard, maybe 2.
40-yard line.
Looks like he's going to be about a gain of about 2, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 3 to go. Actually, 3rd and about 2 to go.
Well, we saw Myers last week open that game up early on with a big 60-something yard touchdown run to start the scoring. Tonight, so far, held in check.
So it's 3rd and a long 2 here. Longhorns come to the line and then step back and check the sideline for the play. Maxwell under center. Man comes in motion. Gives to Myers right up the middle. He's going to be very close to the first down. We'll have to wait for the spot.
On the carry. Takes it down close to that.
Looks like from the initial spot, looks like he's going to be a little bit short.
Yeah, I think he is going to be a little bit short.
It's actually going to be about a yard short.
Once again, Bobby Gossett, number 71.
I thought he got a little bit more than that. I thought it was going to be much closer to the first down.
Yeah, I thought it was too, but he looks like about a full yard.
It's going to be short.
Because they got to get it across the 42 for the first down, and they're right at the 43. So Lambert will go on fourth down. Maxwell on the keeper, and second effort, and he gets knocked back.
I'm going to tell you, he didn't get it.
Maxwell on the keeper.
It depends on if they say that he was stopped on the first progress or not. And it's going to depend on, they're going to have to bring the chains out on this one, I think.
Yeah.
From our angle, it looks like he's going to be a little bit short.
Yeah, I'm not
by
so
much,
sure.
though.
That first little push he got, it didn't look like it was going to be real close, but my concern would be after that, he ran
and bounced back
and there
out.
was no whistle,
No.
and he went backwards and got tackled. Therefore, I think the spot is a little favorable for the Longhorns right here.
We will see momentarily as they bring the chains out to measure.
You would thought if they were given the spot on the forward progress that they would have blew the whistle, but
Right.
his forward progress been stopped, but the play was still going.
We'll wait here.
The chains.
And he is short. And the Longhorns, for the second time tonight, turn it over on downs.
I'll tell you what, it was. We can't see it from up here, but it's got to be
We got it on the camera
On the
here.
camera.
It's inches.
inches short right there. And again, the defenses in this contest just continue to rise up and make big stops when they need them.
And you can see all this excellent camera work if you go to listenyourway.com. You can see the video replay later. Should be up in the next day or so here.
What a stop. And I'll tell you right now, you look down this Longhorn sideline and there's not a lot of emotion.
So Raiders take over 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Around the right side, I believe that was Anderson. Cameron Anderson picks up a couple of yards.
That's
To about the 40.
Cameron Anderson.
You know what? You
on the
could
carry
say that
for
for the Raider sidelines as well. Not a lot of emotion. I guess people just don't appreciate a good defensive battle.
Gene Felix makes the stop for the Longhorn.
They want to see points nowadays. I don't understand it.
Second down.
And like they say for baseball, chicks dig the long ball. I mean,
Yeah, that's right. Chicks dig touchdowns.
can appreciate the good 1-0 pitchers duels. We definitely got one of those going tonight so far. A good pitchers duel going on. Good defensive battle here. Roberts to get under center. Second down, a long 7 here. Riddle with the give. Got a flag on the play. And he's going to pick up about a yard or so, but we will await the call in the vicinity of a holding penalty.
Yeah, I do believe he got a hold of him right there and turned him, and the official saw it on the edge. Nice cut by the Raider running back to try to get up inside, but I do believe that hole was opened by a hold.
So it will be a holding penalty against the Raiders. We'll see if they take the penalty or take the down here, because he only gained about a yard on the play. It would be a 3rd and about 7 here if they don't take the penalty. We will see momentarily as the head official is discussing with the Lambert defense.
Be interesting to see if they want the down or maybe the extra field position right here.
You would think they'll go with the field position the way this game's going so far.
I would think so too in a defensive battle, and they are going to take the penalty. Especially North has had a couple of issues with their punt tonight, and last week I know Chattahoochee ran 2 punts back on them. So I guess if you can back them up, make them punt from far back, maybe they have some issues and you got them in a good spot. So I agree with this decision.
So that's going to be second down and about 18 or so. So Roberts again under center. Man comes in motion. Fakes the give, rolls to his right, throws back, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for Riddle.
That little throwback screen right there, and he had some green grass in front of him should the play have worked out, but a lot of pressure again. You want to let your man go on a screen like that, but not that quickly.
Like I say, he was drawing them in, but a
little too close.
Yeah, the pursuit got there a little too quickly. So 4:39 to go first half. Raiders with a 3rd and long, 3rd and about 18. As the Raiders come to the line here, Roberts will again be under center. Got a man wide out to the right. Man in motion. Rolls to his right, looking. Steps up, and he's going to run it himself and be tackled right about the line of scrimmage. He might have gained a yard and a half. So it'll be a 4th down and a punting situation for the Raiders.
Down by number 38.
Not a lot of time there again but for Harris Roberts. That's pretty much been the theme anytime he's dropped back to pass tonight. He hasn't had time to throw the ball.
Another punting situation.
Gained about 2 yards on the play. It'll be 4th and 16.
Gene Felix.
Just over 4 minutes to go here in the half. Berg kicks it away. Another pretty good kick this time. It will be taken by Miller, and the kick is muffed, and he will be covered up immediately by the Raiders. That was number 90, Madison Hoke, on the stop.
Nice punt that time by Gottberg.
A nice high kick, let his defenders get time to get down there to cover the punt, and help that Miller muff the punt there as well, and give him a couple extra seconds to get there and hold him up.
Yeah,
he was going to try and return that.
Yeah, it almost worked out really well for him should they have gotten on that punt. But so here's see what we can do here with 3:50 to go. Lambert has spread it out a little bit more tonight than last week.
So Longhorns 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Man comes in motion. Fakes the give to Myers. Maxwell coming around the right side, gets the corner, and he's going to have enough for the 1st down by about a yard.
Maxwell on the keeper takes it across the 45-yard line.
Well, he faked that up the middle. He saw that edge immediately. It closed quickly because it looked like early on he was going to have a lot of green grass. Good angle by the defense, but nevertheless, the Longhorn offense is on the move. That only took 7 seconds, and did he get out of bounds, or are they going to restart the clock? He did get out of bounds, so
1st and 10 Longhorns from their own 45. Maxwell in the shotgun. Snap. Give is to number 37, Jake Stanford. Picks up about 4 yards, maybe 5. Depends on the spot here, so it's going to be 3rd and about 5 here.
Longhorns is brought down by number 57, Trey Wagner for the Raiders.
little power football right there. Nice game. They got plenty of time. I like that. They're still sticking with their game plan, but they're going a little quicker.
So Maxwell again in the shotgun. Man comes in motion. A little bit of a wide snap there. Tried to go to his left, coming back to the right, and he's going to step out of bounds for about a 3-yard loss. And we got a flag behind the play. Looks like it's going to be a block in the back against the Longhorns.
I think you're going to get an unsportsmanlike right there. Maybe a late hit. That thing was away from the play and behind the play, as a matter of fact. So you got to wonder if that's not going to be a personal foul. It looked like they tried to go with a little quarterback counter right there with Maxwell to the other side, but there was nothing there.
Again, it was very well covered by the Raiders as they just kept stringing him out the line. He wound up stepping out of bounds for about a 2 or 3 yard loss. And it's going to be a personal foul penalty against the Longhorns, so they will get another 15 yards tacked on to the end of that.
15 yards will be marked off.
So the penalty was committed right at about the original line of scrimmage, right at the 45, so they'll step off the 15 from there, so it's going to be a 3rd down and about 25 here. We would assume here, but they're talking to the Raider defense.
They're checking with the sidelines here. You see the players.
As they're trying to decide if it was a dead ball penalty or if it happened during the play. Of that, I'm not sure. Because if it's after the play, then it's going to be 3rd and 25
Absolutely.
Instead of 2nd and 25.
Yes.
And he did not signal dead ball.
No,
penalty,
he didn't.
So you would assume that's going to make it 2nd down and 25 here. We will wait just a minute and find out.
I think they're leaving the down marker on the 2. I believe you're right. 2nd, about 25.
And that is the case. 2nd down and 25 here. And the clock is winding. Just over 3 minutes to go in the half. Maxwell rolls, looking, and he's got a man out there, and the pass is caught for the first down by T.J. Russell and out of bounds.
Well, he had a man deep right there and found him when he rolled out. He was behind the coverage. Was able to get out of bounds and stop the clock. That makes up for that penalty, that's for sure.
So Longhorns into Raider territory, down to the Raider 37-yard line. 1st and 10. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Fakes the give to Myers, keeps it himself, has the first down inside the 20, makes a man miss, and Maxwell is going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that's how quickly this offense can get going, what we've seen in the past, and that's an option. He fakes the pitch, they bite on that, and he cuts it back up inside. And we've seen Maxwell, he is tough to tackle in the open field because he's so athletic. And the Longhorns have drawn first blood here.
Ryan Kurjala in to attempt the extra point. Chandler registered to hold. Eustis will do the long snap.
Kurjala doing the kicking here. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 2:47 to go here in the first half. Longhorns now on top of the Raiders 7-0. Here on the Listen Your Way Game of the Week. Again, thank our sponsors, Andine Chevrolet and your Forsyth County Marathon stations. So a big penalty there, but the Longhorns with 2 plays come right back and put points on the board.
Yeah, they were able to overcome that quickly. And again, I think that's why you get back to the North offense. You see their game plan earlier in the game was to run clock and keep that offense of Lambert off the field, because you see right there they can score quickly. Last week we saw them with a kind of a different mentality. It was more of a wear you down, grind you out type style of play, and this week they've been able to spread the field a little bit and complete some deep passes and run some option. Of course, they've been able to do that all year, I guess, with Maxwell at quarterback. And
but both teams were kind of going with a similar offense at the beginning. Neither one were moving the ball very much. Lambert has opened things up. They've been able to move the ball a little more and put some points on the board. You've got to think that North's going to have to do the same thing. They're going to have to start opening up a little bit and trying to move the ball a little more. You can't continue to try and pound it 3 or 4 yards at a time here. Granted, it's keeping the ball in control, keeping the score low, but you're going to have to put some points on the board at some point now.
Yeah, earlier we said they were being patient, and that was a good thing. But like you said, the more you go behind, the more points you allow this offensive Lambert to score, the less patient you can be. And so it's going to be interesting to see what the Raiders do.
Maxwell will kick it away, and it's going to be just into the end zone for the touchback.
Maxwell's kick once again into the end zone. It'll be brought out to the.
So you got to think the Raiders are going to want to try and get something going here, because Lambert will get the ball to open the second half here tonight. So they'd like to get something on the board here, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown, and just to get some points on the board to try and change your momentum a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. You especially from what we saw there on that last Lambert drive, you don't want them to get the ball coming out of the half after you've put 0 on the board. So we'll see what kind of urgency they have, or if they stick with their original plan.
So Roberts will be under center. Raiders 1st and 10 from their own 20. Snap, drops back, looking to throw. Pass is complete. Pass was completed to number 6, Justin Stanley.
Pass is complete.
And he's very close to the first down.
Stanley.
And it's going to be a first down for the Raiders right at the 30.
It is a Raider first down, 1st and 10 from their 30.
So 1st and 10 Raiders from the 30. As the clock will wind here, 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Gives to Riddle coming around the end. He has a little bit of room this time, picks up about 7 yards. It's going to be second down and about 3 to go.
Well, he does a nice job. He did it earlier on the play where they called holding, of putting his foot in the ground and cutting that play up inside where it's intended to go and getting the yardage that he needs to get. Setting up a second down and short for this offense. Now they got a few options you can run right here.
So it's actually about an 8-yard gain. Second down, 2 to go. Snap. Fakes the give to Davenport. Rolls out, looking. Pass is thrown, and actually looks like he stepped out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. It's going to be about a 2-yard loss. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 here.
About 2 on the play.
Didn't have real good awareness of where he was at on that particular play, but it was going to be incomplete either way, but he'd rather it be 3rd and 2 than 3rd and 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 1:48 to go in the half. Raiders still have all 3 timeouts.
Still plenty of time here. They just need to get the first down.
So Roberts will be under center. Man in motion, snap. Gives to Davenport, and he's going to gain a yard, maybe 2, and we got a flag on the play.
There is a flag down on the play.
Like the line judge over here, I don't know exactly what he saw there.
Carrier for the Raiders. Officials confirm.
Going to be a hold against the Raiders.
Holding is the call against North Forsyth.
You would think that you would decline that penalty and take the down here and make it 4th down, would you not?
Yeah, I would think so, where they can get the football back one more time here. It's like the Longhorns have all 3 of their timeouts as well.
Indeed they do.
I think that's what they're going to do right here.
And they will decline the penalty, take the down. It'll be 4th down and about 2 yards to go for the Raiders. And the punting unit will come out for the Raiders.
Cottberg in once again to punt. Number 23, Danny Edgeworth back.
So we got a different look for the Longhorn return team this time. 1-man back, Danny Edgeworth back. Gottberg will again do the kicking for the Raiders. And they will set up the return. Kick is angled and going to go out of bounds. And we will await the spot here.
Punt goes out of bounds.
As the referee continues to walk up and going to be marked out of bounds at the Longhorn 41-yard line. 1st and 10, 1:21 to go here in the first half. Longhorns lead 7-0. So you know the Raiders defense looking for another big stand here, trying to keep the Longhorns off the scoreboard here before the half.
Yeah, Maxwell, hard to stop back there. He can scramble around till his receivers get open. They've already hit him over the top a couple of times, so we'll see what happens with 1:21 left.
Gives around this side, around the right side, fumble on the play. Or did they mark him down? They actually marked him down.
That's number 43, James Little on the carry.
Little on the carry, picks up about 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and about 5 here.
That's the first time I think we've seen Little carry tonight. He was a good part of the plan last week.
Right.
It looked like that ball came out early. I don't know, but they called him down.
So fakes the give, looking to throw, and incomplete, well overthrown. There was contact down there, but it was well overthrown. It was a good 10 yards past the intended receiver, Russell again. So no penalty on the play.
Yeah, well overthrown. Plus, I think, I'm not so sure the receiver didn't initiate that contact that was made down there. So good no call either way, and well over his head anyway. So
it's going to be 3rd down and 5 to go. Less than a minute to go in the half. One man out wide to the right. Maxwell fakes the give, keeps it himself, picks up about 2.5, 3 yards. It's going to be 4th down and about 2 to go for the Longhorns, and the clock runs.
Little counter midline right there. Fake the midline to one side, then the quarterback keeps it and turns and goes the other way. But again, good disciplined defense by the Raiders.
Going to bring up 4th down. for the Longhorns.
So we will see what happens here, if they're going to go ahead and go or if they're just going to let the final few seconds run out, which is looks like what they're going to do, as we have just 11 seconds to go in the half. And I believe that's what's going to happen here. And indeed it is. So we are now at halftime.
That all footballs please remain in the stands.
So your score at halftime: Lambert 7, North Forsyth 0. Here on the Listen Your Way Game of the Week. Again, thank our sponsors, Andine Chevrolet and your Forsyth County Marathon stations. Lambert will be having halftime festivities coming up here momentarily, and we will be back here directly for second half action, so stick around. We'll be back directly for second half action here at Lambert.
You're watching the Listen Your Way Game of the Week, brought to you by Andine Chevrolet and your Forsyth County Marathon stations. Now here with your play-by-play action, Keith Shoemake and Chuck Shadburn.
All right, welcome back here. We got about 3 minutes here as the teams are warming up on the sidelines, as we'll get ready for second half action here with North Forsyth and Lambert. And we'll give you a quick scoring recap. It's going to be a very quick scoring recap because we only had one score, a 37-yard touchdown run by Brock Maxwell late in the second quarter. Lambert leads 7-0. So in the second half here, obviously the Raiders need to get the offense in gear and get some points on the board.
Yeah, I think they came out as being conservative, being patient, trying to eat some clock up, keep that Longhorn offense off the field. But now, especially being behind 7-0, they've got to figure out a way to get some points on the board themselves. And we were talking about at half how the Raiders can't afford to, just by looking at the first half, they can't afford to fall too much further behind and rely on a passing game, because every time Harris Roberts has dropped back to pass, he's been harassed by the Longhorn defense. And I don't know that they can, or they want to get in a situation where they're relying on that type of game, especially when this defense knows that they can pin their ears back and really apply pressure.
If they can kind of mix the pass in with the run, they'll be much better off. But if they're going to rely on solely a drop back passing, that's not what this team's built around.
I agree, and I think that's totally against what the game plan was coming in. And defensively, they've done a nice job, and both sides of the ball. But I think the concern going into half, if you're a Raider fan, is how are we going to move the ball and put points on the board? And we need to do it before the Longhorns can put another score on the board.
And obviously from the Longhorn sideline, they want to keep doing what they're doing. They're playing excellent defense, playing ball control, and their offense is doing just enough to where they put a point. They got a big play on a big long pass play, and then the touchdown run by Maxwell has got them up. So now they just got to keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, and although they were a little sluggish throughout that first half, they did end on a pretty good note. And something we talked about at halftime as well was they played an emotionally big game last week against South and was able to pull out that win and a region win. And even though they said that they don't get really up based on rivalries, they really look at them more as just game to game and region games. You got to think that's emotionally draining for these kids, and so you might have seen some of that come out in the first half with that sluggish offense, something that we're not used to seeing from Lambert, but they kind of did get it going there before halftime. So something they're going to be excited about is getting the ball here to start the second half.
Absolutely, and we want to again thank our sponsors here as we get ready to kick things off in the second half. Andine Chevrolet and your Forsyth County Marathon stations. And I know we had a couple of scores. West was up 33-0 over Centennial. And what was the last score we had on the South Alfreda game? I believe it was 7-0. Yes, no. Yeah, 7-0 at halftime was the last score we had there. So Alfreda up 7-0 over South. And West was up 33-0 over Centennial, which was kind of what we thought from the beginning. West with a solid team. Centennial's down. They were 0-4 coming into tonight.
12-man partners.
They just continued, West continuing to put big points on the board.
That Alfreda game has got to be a solid game because both those teams are very good.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
And Scott's Auto.
So as we'll get ready to open up here in the second half,
Platinum Partners.
the Raiders will be kicking away to the Longhorns.
Services and game day.
I want to thank everyone for listening, and I would like to remind you our next broadcast will be on October the 19th. We will be in Raider Valley as the Raiders play host to the Wolverines from West Forsyth. So be sure and come back and join us in a couple of weeks.
Buffy Jabbar, independent stylist.
It's a long halftime. We had homecoming here for Lambert, and they're taking their time here getting this thing started in the second half.
Looks like the Raiders coach is giving their players their final instructions over on the far side of the field. Longhorns are heading out to their positions, and we're just about ready to tee it up here.
Register and Miller back deep.
So the Raiders will kick it away. Vince Sirota. And looks like Register and Miller back deep for the Longhorns.
Number 14 will kick off for the Raiders.
Haven't seen much out of the North kicker tonight, but he's another one with a big leg.
Yeah, so far every county team we've covered has a kicker that can put that thing in the end zone deep.
Kick is away, and it's going to be a short kick this time, taken at about the 3-yard line by Miller. Makes one man miss. He's across the 20, across the 30, up across the 40, taken down at about the 44-yard line by Tanner Riddle.
With the nice return now.
And Lambert will take over there, 1st and 10.
Where it'll be 1st and
Well, he
10
got a good block right there on the outside as he got up at the sideline. That allowed him to get to the sideline. Heard some oohs and ahs from the crowd as it took the man off his feet. Good field position again for the Longhorn offense.
So the opening second half drive here for the Longhorns. They come out with one man out wide to the left side. Maxwell under center. Snap, fakes the give, keeps it himself, comes around the left side, picks up about 4 yards, maybe 5. Looks like he's going to get 5 or so after the roll there. So 2nd and 5 for the Longhorns.
6, Justin Stanley.
More of the same to start the second half, midline, and Maxwell keeps it, gets the edge quickly. Like you said, picks up a good 5 yards.
So 2nd and 5 here. Man goes in motion, fakes the give, keeps it himself, and he's going to be tackled for no gain. And he might have got a half yard. That's about it. So it's going to still be 3rd and medium, 3rd and about 4 yards.
Same play going back the other way this time. The Raiders do a good job of tackling Maxwell right there as he tries to take the edge. Bringing up 3rd down and 5. Big 3rd down early in this second half for the Raider defense.
So 3rd and about 4. Longhorns check the sideline for the play. Got a man split out wide to each side. Maxwell will be in the shotgun. Snap, looks to throw, looking, and pass is going to be intercepted by the Raider defense. That pass intercepted by number 16, Trey Smith for the Raiders, and there was not a Longhorn anywhere in the vicinity.
Well, the receiver he was going to throw to, I think, was his tight end. He got tripped up and fell down on the route. He stood up kind of looking maybe for some kind of interference, but there was no call. Raiders intercept the ball, and now they're in business right here. That's just what they wanted coming out of halftime, was a stop by their defense, and they got it to start this second half.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders from their own 33-yard line. 10.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Man comes in motion, snap. Give is to Davenport, I believe. Short gain, yard and a half maybe. That is Davenport.
Davenport.
So 2nd and long here.
Totes the rock for the Raiders.
Trying to run it hard up in there in the middle, behind the center and the guard, but not a lot there.
On the stop, number 37, Chris Lay.
The Raiders change out a couple of men from personnel. As they huddle here, continue to work the clock.
Yeah, no hurry. They got plenty of time. Again, back to this shorten the game type mentality.
So it's going to be 2nd and 8. Gives to Davenport and gets running room this time, and he is going to be very close to a 1st down. Looks like he's going to have just enough for the first down.
They come out with that double tight end, double wing. This time they take the fullback and offset him some to the left. Gives him a perfect angle to run back on the counter right there and get yards. Nice play design, nicely executed, and nice run by Davenport.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders from their 43.
Again, I like to see them scoring.
Roberts again will be under center. Man comes in motion. Gives to Davenport again. A little bit of running room. Gets tripped up just past the line of scrimmage. Gains about 3, maybe 4 yards.
Once again, the ball carriers dropped down by.
Well, there was a hole there, and it closed quickly. Looked like he was going to have a little bit more running room, but the Lambert defense closed it up quickly with good hustle.
Almost stepped through that tackle, but got tripped up right at the end there. So he gains about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down, 7 to go.
See him offset again in this. Now they move him back to the middle.
Man in motion. Gives to the motion man. That's Anderson. Short gain. Picks up a couple, maybe 3.
18 is the ball carrier.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 4 yards.
They did end up offsetting him to the other side that time, and he led on that speed sweep.
So it's going to be 3rd down and a long 4 here, about 4.5 yards.
Looked like he was going to have more yards there, but was jerked back quickly by a Lambert defender.
Just over 8 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Raiders with a 3rd and 4. Man comes in motion, snap, gives to Riddle. And he's going to, looks like he's going to be about a yard and a half shy of the first down.
Is the ball carrier, that's Tanner Riddle.
And that'll bring the punting unit on for the Raiders.
Nothing fancy right there for the Raiders, just more up the middle football. Come back, fancy as they got was a couple of counters right there. 4th and short right here. It appears that they're going to punt.
Now 4th down and 2 from the Longhorn, 49. Gottberg to punt.
Danny
Edgeworth back deep for the Longhorns. And the kick is away. Another pretty good kick by Gottberg. Goes out of bounds at about the 17-yard line, looks like.
Kick goes out of bounds inside the 20-yard line.
Right at the 19.
Right at the 19.
So the Raiders will flip the field. Longhorns will take over 1st and 10 from their 19.
Well, good job by the Longhorn defense after the turnover to come out and stiffen up and not allow any penetration into their territory by this North or South Raider offense. Pretty much held them in check there around midfield and got their offense back the ball.
Roller coaster.
So 1st and 10 for the Longhorns from their 19-yard line. Snap. Gives right up the middle. I believe that was Myers. It was for no gain. 2nd and 10.
Myers takes the handoff, is met right in the hole by number 57, Trey Wagner. No gain on the play. 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 10. Second and 10. Gives to the motion man. That's Little. He has running room. Picks up the first down and more. He's into Raider territory across the 40. Dragged down at about the 35-yard line. And we got a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a horse collar at the end of that.
Jake Stanford with a nice carry.
I'm not sure if it's a horse collar. It could be on some action behind the play again. We're going to find out right here.
It was thrown right at where the tackle was made. We shall see momentarily.
Number 16.
It's a personal foul.
Yeah, it is a horse collar.
Like I said, I know that is designed as a safety thing, but sometimes that's the only way you can get a man down.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and that one's a little iffy call, I guess. But I saw some Longhorns kind of shrugging their shoulders and holding their arms up in the air. I thought there may be some illegal activity behind the ball, but that's going to tack on to this run. Big run there by the Longhorn offense. And again, what we said last week, they just keep shuffling different running backs in at you, and they come in fresh.
That was actually Jake Stanford, number 37, on that run. So 1st and 10 for the Longhorns from the Raider 20. Man in motion, and ball is fumbled, and they pile them up here. I
think that popped back up into a Longhorn offensive lineman's arm.
Indeed.
Looks like
right at the 20-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 10. So Longhorns with a lucky break there. It would have been their 3rd turnover of the game.
Yeah, and that's something we haven't seen the last couple of years in doing these broadcasts. Something we haven't seen them do is turn the ball over, be careless with the football.
So it's 2nd down, 10 to go. Just over 6 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
To go for Lambert.
Man in motion. Gives to the motion man. That's Stanford. Not a lot of running room there. Picks up about 2 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down at about 8 yards to go.
Down inside the 20-yard line.
Both offenses have used the sweep tonight, and both defenses overall have done a good job of stretching that play out to the sideline. Bring up to another 3rd down.
So Raiders looking for another hold here by their defense, try and hold them to a field goal try. As the Longhorns will actually huddle up this time, one of the first times tonight they've huddled. So Maxwell will be in the shotgun. Drops, rolls to his right, looking, and he's got a man inside the 5, caught, and it's that man again, T.J. Russell, with another big catch for the Longhorns.
Well, they went trips right, single receiver over to the left, he ran the backside slant, roll out by Maxwell to buy himself some time, and then he just turns and finds his man inside the 5-yard line. Nicely executed.
So 1st and goal from the Raider 1-yard line for the Longhorns. Maxwell under center. He's going to push it straight forward himself, in for the touchdown.
And that's good enough for a Lambert touchdown.
So touchdown for the Longhorns, a 1-yard run by Brock Maxwell. Carjala will be doing the kicking here on the PAT.
Carjala in to attempt the extra point. Registered a hold.
And the snap.
Here's just the snap.
Kick is away. Kick is good. So with 5:01 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Lambert now on top 14-0 over the Raiders. Here on the Listen Your Way Game of the Week. Again, thank our sponsors, Andine Chevrolet and your Forsyth County Marathon stations. So another big play drive for the Longhorns.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they hold them. North defense holds them to a 3rd down play, and then, like I said, trips right. They hit the backside slant, nicely executed, and then Maxwell gets the big push out of that offensive line to sneak it over and make this a 2-touchdown ball game. Now, with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, if you're North Forsyth, can you afford to stick to that ball control, bleed the clock game plan, that kind of mentality that they've had tonight? When do you switch gears and just decide to put caution to the wind and start at least going a little bit more hurry up, or if not that, you may see some of Harris Roberts rolling out and trying to get the ball down the field.
Yeah, you think they're going to have to try and open things up a little bit. And again, on those rollouts, Roberts doesn't have the speed that Maxwell does, where he can just break into a sprint and try and pick up a 1st down either. So that you're kind of limited on that as well. He's got to throw the ball if he's going to roll out most of the time.
Yeah, and he hasn't had much time tonight.
No, he hasn't. So the kick is away.
Slayton back deep.
And once again into the end zone for the touchback.
Kick into the end zone for a touchback. It will be 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 Raiders from their 20-yard line.
Well, the thing is, there's plenty of time. You can stick to your game plan. I think the concerning thing is the game plan hasn't worked very well to this point in terms of putting points on the board. It has limited the Longhorn offense, held them to 14 points at this point, which is awesome, combined with some great defense. But at this point in the game, you're going to need, if you're going to stick to your game plan, you're going to need it to produce some points.
All right. So 1st and 10 Raiders from their 20-yard line, 5:01 to go, third quarter. Roberts gives to Slayton this time. Bounces off one man and then is hit again at the line of scrimmage. He might have got a half a yard, and that's about it.
Slayton on the carry.
Well, he was met immediately in the backfield there by penetration as soon as he touched the ball.
Short gain on the
Still running hard, but there's just too many of those Longhorn defenders, and they really swarm the football.
So it's 2nd and long here. As the Raiders again come to the line. Longhorn defenders moving around a little bit here. Man goes in motion. Gives to the motion man. That's Riddle. Makes one man miss. Picks up about 4, maybe 5 yards. He's up to about the 26-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd and 4 for the Raiders.
North comes out with a trips look of their own up top there to their offensive left. Tight formation into the boundary, and then they run the sweep, just trying to outnumber you out there on the outside. Pretty good job there by Riddle of finding the open space, but closed again quickly by the Longhorn defense and brings up a big 3rd down.
So 3.5 minutes to go in the third. Still 14-0 Longhorns. 3rd and 4 for the Raiders from the 26. Fakes the give, rolls out to his left. Pass is complete for the 1st down. And got a flag on the play. Pass complete to number 28, Antonio Adam.
We may have a block in the back right there.
28, Antonio Adam.
We will wait and see.
Flag on the play. This one may be coming back.
Well, they roll Harris Roberts out there, and they do have a man open in the flats. He's able to get the ball to a nice run, but it looks like that may be coming back with a block in the back on the sidelines.
Raiders are retreating.
It is a block in the back against the Raiders.
Illegal use of hands, possibly a block in the back is the call.
As we'll wait for them to mark off the penalty here. So we mark off the penalty, and
Penalty moves the ball back just short of the 30-yard line.
we'll see if that is anywhere close to being a 1st down. Even after the penalty, still very close to the 1st down marker. As the officials will huddle up and talk about it here. So it's going to be 3rd and inches here. So 3rd and inches, just shy of the 30-yard line here. Roberts under center. Snap. Gives to Riddle. And it's going to depend on the spot.
Yeah, it really is. They tried to run that sweep again quickly, where Riddle picked his way for yards earlier in this drive. There was nowhere to go that time.
Ball's sitting on the 30-yard line, so it's going to be a 1st down.
Yeah, he did get it.
Made the stop. Riddle squeaked ahead for a few inches and did get it across the 30.
So 1st and 10 Raiders from their 30-yard line. 2:48 to go, third quarter. And again, the Raider offense is going to have to start getting a few more bigger plays. I mean, 3 and 4 yards a time is not going to cut it when you're down by 2 scores.
No, that's a great plan to start the game, but now increasingly as time becomes a factor, here we're late in the 3rd quarter. You wonder when they're going to flip the switch and open it up just a little bit more.
So 1st and 10 Raiders from their 30. fakes, got a man in his face. Pass is complete. This time complete to Justin Stanley.
Roberts pass.
It's about a 6-yard gain.
Justin Stanley.
That's going to be second down and a long 4 here.
There they do roll him out, a little play action look, and they do find a receiver. But even though Harris Roberts is going backwards while he's throwing that ball, he's under pressure every time he drops back.
Coming between the third and fourth quarter. It's going to be the ride of your life.
So it's going to be second and a long 4 here. Man in motion, snap, gives to Slayton this time. It's going to pick up a couple of yards.
Slayton
pick up about 2.5 or so. It's going to be third down at about a yard and a half for the first down.
On the stop.
Good hard running there by Slayton. And also a nice job up front by the Longhorns.
So we got just over a minute to go in the third. And the Raiders come back to the line here. Third and a yard. Snap. Straight ahead. And it's going to depend on the spot. From the initial spot, looks like he got right to the 40. We'll wait to see where they put the ball down.
That was Eric Fitzgerald fighting hard for yardage up the middle, met by a host of Longhorn tacklers.
As we'll wait for an indication here.
It's going to be real close.
We're going to measure here.
Officials timeout. Looks like they're going to take a measurement.
It's going to be real close one way or the other, it looks like, from up here.
Yeah, the ball is just inside the 40-yard line, and they had to get to the 40. It may be inches here short.
Yeah, I think so. That nose is just right at the tip of the 40-yard line.
Maybe one of those where
and he's got it by the nose.
By the nose of the ball?
Oh, when they stretch it out, he's a short.
He is short by inches.
Short by just an inch. I spoke too soon, but I'm looking in the camera. But once they stretched it out, it was a couple inches short.
So 4th and inches, and you think the Raiders are going to have to go here?
Yeah, I think at this point in the game, you're going to have to.
So 34 seconds to go, third quarter.
And that'll bring this Longhorn crowd to their feet, urging on the defense.
So the Raiders come to the line here for this 4th and inches play. Man in motion, snap. Roberts looking to throw. Pass is complete to Riddle out on the right side, out of bounds at the Raider 48-yard line. First down for the Raiders.
Well, the Raiders have found some success over there, throwing to the back, out of the backfield into the flats. And they find that again there on 4th down. Risky call, putting the ball in the air on 4th and inches.
The same thing.
Paid off for the Raiders, and they moved the chains.
Much pressure as the Longhorns have been getting on Roberts tonight anytime he's dropped back. But a good play, good pickup for the Raiders. First down at their 48. Clock stopped with 19 seconds to go here in the quarter. Man in motion. Gives to the motion man. That's Riddle looking for space. Picks up about a yard, and we got a flag on the play.
There is a flag thrown in late.
Longhorns are wanting to signal that the ball came out. No indication of that, though, by the officials.
No, but we will await the penalty here. I think it's either got to be a hold or a face mask, one of the two probably. And it'll be a hold against the Raiders.
Is the call against the Raiders.
So that'll back them up 10 yards.
Okay, fans, only 14.2 ticks. You're out of your life.
So that's going to make it first down and 20. So first and 20 for the Raiders.
There's going to be first.
And the clock will run here. Looks like they'll probably get one more play off here before the end of the quarter. Snap. Fakes the give, looking to pass. Got a man open out there in the flat again. Pass is complete to number 28. That's Antonio Adam again. Picks up most of the yardage they lost on the penalty. And they'll pick up about 8.5 yards, so it's going to be second down and about 11.5. But that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3 quarters, your score, Lambert 14, North Forsyth 0, here on the Listen Your Way Game of the Week. And thank our sponsors, Andine Chevrolet and your Forsyth County Marathon stations. And here at Lambert, they do something they call the Lambert roller coaster. So we'll be getting a shot of that here on the video. So you can go on listenyourway.com, check out the video replay of the game, and check that out for yourselves. So as we get ready for fourth quarter action here, Chuck, Raiders finally getting the ball moving a little bit here. They're having success with that little pass out in the right flat here, as they're trying to get the ball moving, trying to get some points on the board.
Yeah, they're able to move the ball a little bit by throwing it out in the flats, and they've had some success with that. Not a lot of yardage gained on that play, but the good news is it doesn't take a lot of time, because Harris Roberts isn't getting a lot of time, so it's quick developing, and it's working right now. We'll just see if it's enough to get this offense moving down the field and in the end zone. I think the roller coaster is starting.
Apparently. So as we're ready to go here, 12 minutes to go in the ball game. Lambert on top, 14-0. Raiders will have the ball second down and 11 to go from their 47-yard line. So second and 11 for the Raiders. Roberts rolls out to the right. Pass complete. That is complete to number 18. That's Cameron Anderson with the catch. First down Raiders. Into Longhorn territory, down to the 35-yard line.
And there they go. They're going to open it up a little bit to start the fourth quarter. A little out route there on the sidelines, and he hits his man. And now the offense is in good shape, moving down the field.
Raider first down at the 35-yard line of the Longhorn.
So the Raiders first and 10 from the Longhorn 35-yard line, as they again take their time here. The 2 men out wide to the right this time. Roberts under center. Snap. Gives right up the middle to Fitzgerald. Looks like he got a yard, maybe 2 on the play. Let's see where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be about a yard gain, second and 9.
Yeah, not a lot of running room right there. He's running hard. You can see him, but there's just not a lot there. Good job again by the Longhorn defense.
Gain of about 1, second and 9.
So the Raiders break the huddle. Man out wide to the right. Second and 9 to go. Man in motion. Snap, fakes, rolls to the right. Roberts looking, and had a little bit of bumping down there, but again, the ball was well overthrown. Pass intended for Bailey Malden.
Well, I'll tell you right there, even though Roberts gets up after the play is over, he did have time. Good job by his offensive line of giving him time to look for the deep receiver downfield. Unfortunately, he was double covered.
And again, the ball was a little bit overthrown. If it's on a little bit shorter, Malden probably has a chance to bring it in anyway. But again, it's going to be third down and 9 here for the Raiders.
What gave them that option down the field was that good pass protection. If they keep that up, they may can get something going through the air.
So third and 9. Roberts under center, man in motion. Fakes. Under pressure, Riddle with the catch. Makes a couple of men miss, and he's going to be taken down right about the 27-yard line. He's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down.
Well, we saw earlier in the game where the screen was set up well, but the pressure got too close to Roberts before he could get it off. This time they come back to it, and it's there again. Not as much yards as many yards as before, but still a decent gain right there to set up a fourth and manageable here for this North offense.
So fourth and 2, Raiders will go.
An opportunity to get into the game. This would be it.
Fourth and 2 from the Longhorn 27.
Longhorn fans, get on your feet and cheer on your
Roberts under center. Snap. Fakes the give, looking to throw again, looking, and Roberts is going to run it himself. He has the first down across the 25, down to about the 22-yard line or so. First down, Raiders.
I tell you, it looks like they wanted to roll out, throw it back out into the flats again like they've had success with. It was covered this time, so nice heads-up play by Roberts to tuck the ball, run, and get just enough for that first down.
I believe that's the first time he's actually ran on a rollout tonight as well.
I think you're right.
So a good pickup by the Raiders. First down from the Longhorn 22. Fakes the give again, rolls to the left, looking to throw. Has a man there, complete. And we got a flag on the play, complete to Luke Slayton.
I think they're going to say he was there a little early also.
Roberts pass complete to number 33. Luke
So we will await the penalty here.
knocked down by number 23, Danny Edgeworth. Flag comes in.
And that will be pass interference against the Longhorns. You think you probably want to take the penalty here because it's an automatic first down. Because you're only going to get the yards you had, so
Yeah,
you can
more
go ahead and take
yardage
the free down.
and the first down, and then nice grab there by Slayton. He got the defender, if he indeed was there early, gave him quite a shot once he got there, and he was able to hold on to the ball.
As head official discussing here with Roberts, the quarterback.
I'm gonna stand here a while because I like it.
Fans, don't forget, Boot the Stampede. Marching Raiders will be performing.
So it is a pass interference penalty against the Longhorns. Raiders will take the penalty.
Competition shows.
That will move it up 10 yards, automatic first down. So the ball will be spotted at the 11-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
So stay in your seats.
So that's a big penalty there for the Longhorns.
Yeah, it is. Real big penalty, and
Immediately following tonight's game.
now the Raiders are in business there about the 10-yard line, just outside of it.
Can get a first down inside the 1. So 1st and 10 here, 9:20 to go in the ball game. Man in motion. Fakes the give again, rolls out to the right, looking, and he's going to run it himself. Roberts into the end zone for the touchdown.
On the bootleg.
Another run, nice run by Harris Roberts.
Yeah, he boots again. The defensive end comes upfield a little bit too much instead of staying flat and containing Roberts. That allows Roberts to get outside of him, and when he loses contain, he's able to cut it up, and nice play by Roberts to surge ahead and get into the end zone. Two good runs. We talked about earlier where he doesn't have necessarily the speed of Maxwell, but two nice heads-up runs on that drive right there by Roberts.
Sirota in to kick for the Raiders.
Sirota to attempt the extra point.
Kick is away, and the kick is good. So with 9:11 to go in the ball game, your score now: Lambert 14, North Forsyth 7. Here on the Listen Your Way Game of the Week.
Forsyth 7.
So in a very nice drive there for the Raiders. They really ran the rollout, those screen passes, a couple of quick hitters, and kept the ball moving down the field. They didn't really run the ball many times on that drive,
Yeah.
except for the two late runs by Roberts.
And I like the way they opened it up a little bit. They didn't necessarily just wholesale say, okay, now we've got to go 5 wide and drop back and throw the ball over the place. They did it smartly. They ran a couple of times. They mixed in some play action. They found something in the flats that worked for them, booting Harris Roberts out and getting him to run a little bit. So the play calling went back to the screen. Nice job offensively by the Raiders offense, and they're right back in this game at 14-7.
Well, you've won some money. That's 5-6.
So now you need to get another nice defensive stop, try to get the ball back, and we got a ball game to get here.
Yeah, once again, now your offense has put some points on the board, so now once again you can turn it back over to your defense, who's all in all played a pretty hard-fought ball game tonight.
So Vince Sirota will kick it away. I believe that is Miller and I think that is Gene Felix also back there.
For 14, Vince Sirota to kick off for the Raiders.
So the Raiders ready to kick it away. Just over 9 minutes to go in the game.
Register back kick for the Longhorns.
Kick is away, and it is driven into the end zone for the touchback.
Kick sails into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Longhorns.
So the Raiders finally get to use the big leg of their kicker.
20-yard line.
to set the Longhorns back deep in their own territory to open up this drive.
Yeah, so this is probably, I can't remember, much worse field position for the Longhorns all night than their 20-yard line. So we'll see what they can do with it right here.
So Longhorns, 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Longhorn fans, download your free Cowbell app. Never mind, we'll do this one later.
So Longhorns come out 2 men out wide to the left. Maxwell will be under center. Man in motion. Gives up the middle to Myers. A couple of hard fought yards. Picks up about 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, I tell you, both these offenses look most comfortable when they're running that ball up the middle. I think that's what they both would like to do. That's what they're designed to do. They'll spread it out and throw it when they have to, but both of them, I think, enjoy just smash-mouth, hard-running football.
2nd and 5. Man comes in motion, gives to the motion man Vasquez, and he is hit immediately. Looks like he might have gained about a half a yard, and that's about it. Another big hit by the Raider defense.
Yeah, it's a nice stop right there. See the big guard pulling around for the Longhorns, leading up in the hole, but he didn't really block anybody, and the Raiders closed that hole behind him. And now it sets up a big 3rd down for this Lambert Longhorn offense. Do they want to give it right back to the Raiders offense, which was showing some momentum last drive?
The Raiders are showing a little bit of a blitz there as the Longhorns step back. Change the play here. Snap. Fakes the give. Maxwell picks up the 1st down and more. He's going to go out of bounds at about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, you see Maxwell there with the same kind of option, the little pitch fake that he did to sucker the defenseman in for him to score on the touchdown run earlier. There he does the same thing. He fakes the toss and then cuts it upfield, gets a big 1st down for this Longhorn offense. Seems like, Keith, when they really need yards and really need a play, it's 13 who they want to have the ball in his hands.
Absolutely. So 1st and 10. Ball's on the ground. And the Raiders recover at the Longhorn 35-yard line. Again, it's a mishandle on the give there to Myers, actually. Maxwell wanted to keep it, and the ball hit the turf.
Yeah, and we've seen them put the ball on the ground several times here tonight. And, you know, it makes me think back last week, early on in the game, South threw an interception. The Longhorns turned right around and fumbled the ball on their first possession. So here they go with a costly turnover again, and the Raiders got the ball in great field position. Longhorns'
3rd turnover of the night. And I believe the Raiders have, one? I believe they had one fumble themselves.
Yes, sir.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the Longhorn 35. As the Raiders shift a couple of men around here. Snap. Fakes the give. Rolls right. Looking to throw. Looking. And ball is overthrown. Incomplete.
Hey, stick with what has been working. They come out again. They're going to roll out with Roberts. He looked to the flats first, to that running back. He was covered. He looked to run it. That was covered this time, so he threw it away. Another heads-up play.
So 2nd and 10. .7:44 to go in the ball game. Still 14-7 Longhorns. 2nd down, 10 to go from the Longhorn 35. Man in motion. Gives to Fitzgerald, has some running room, and he's going to battle for it, and he's going to be very close to the 1st down.
Fitzgerald, number 5 here. Fitzgerald with the nice game.
As we'll await the spot here. Looks like he's going to have just enough for the 1st down. Head official going to check, and it is a 1st down for the Raiders. Down to the 25.
I tell you, nice hard running right there by Fitzgerald. He broke some tackles. Looked like some guys were trying to rip that ball out. Maybe some frustration by this Longhorn defense right now, as they are on their heels.
Kind of stepped through one man that was around his ankles as well and picked up the big 1st down. 1st and 10. Roberts drops back, looking to throw, looking. And he's got a man there, and it is intercepted incomplete, in and out of the hands of number 11, Tucker Maxwell, right at the 1 yard line.
And that's the freshman. He's just a freshman. He comes across almost an outstanding play. You haven't seen Harris Roberts do the straight drop back much tonight, so they go to the straight drop back look. Throws it over the middle. Nice break on the ball by Tucker.
Looks like he had it, but when he hit the ground, the ball popped out.
Absolutely, yeah. Almost an outstanding play.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders from the Longhorn 25. 7:18 to go in the ball game. Roberts under center, man in motion, snap, gives up the middle, looks like to Fitzgerald again, I believe. Picks up a couple of 3 yards.
Picks up some tough yards.
Gain of about 2, it's going to be 3rd and 8. And even if you don't get much more here, this is well within Shirota's territory for a field goal try here. To at least get you 3 points closer, if nothing else.
Get some points on the board. You'd like to see them get this first down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Field goal still, you're still going to have to put the ball in the end zone, even with the field goal right here. So it doesn't help a lot. But what do you bet right here? I think, maybe a rollout right here by Harris Roberts seems to have been working.
Here in this late in the ball game here. So 3rd down, 8 to go. Roberts rolls to the left, looking, nothing there, and he's going to be sacked back at the 30-yard line.
Well, as good a protection as he had earlier on that last drive, it was poor that time. He rolled out, didn't even get a chance to set his feet, and they were all over him right there, they being that Longhorn defensive line.
And Raiders are going to call a timeout here to discuss their options.
And close to 15.
So if you go for a field goal try here, it's going to be about a 47-yarder. We saw Shirota hit one from that deep over at Central in the first game of the season, so he's got the leg for it.
Yeah, I think he does have the leg. However, I just don't know if a field goal helps you enough right now at this point in the game, because you're still going to have to get a stop and put the ball in the end zone. Now, you're already close to the end zone, so I think the debate right here is either what kind of play can we run to get fourth and to get 15 yards to get this first down, or do we want to take a chance and try to pooch this thing deep, pin them back deep, and get our offense back the ball again in good field position?
Well, the only thing is, though, if you do take the score, obviously you're going to have another touchdown. That gets you 3. Another score, you're in the lead then.
True.
And you got a great kicker that on the kickoff is probably going to put it deep, put it in the end zone. They're going to be starting from their 20 again. He's not going to give them much of an opportunity to try and run it back to get great field position on a kickoff.
Yep, absolutely.
So a lot of options.
A lot of ifs. Let's see what Coach Armstrong wants to do with it right here. And his defense has been playing well, so we'll see.
That's missing house keys.
So looks like the offense is back on the field. So it looks like the Raiders will go. They're running 4 wides in the spread here. Roberts in the shotgun. And Lambert going to call time. Wanted to see what the Raiders threw out there for their formation, so now they're going to call time and talk about it.
Not a bad idea. Let them line up. Let's see what they have in mind.
A halftime score, Chattahoochee 10, Johns Creek 9.
This will be interesting to see what North comes back out, see if they still come out with the doubles there, the spread formation. Again, I still don't think the way your defense is played, it's not out of the realm of possibilities to pooch this thing and try to play some defense.
1-0 in the top of the 7th.
So both teams come back out here.
They're going to spread them out.
Spread formation. Roberts in the shotgun.
15 for the Raiders.
Snap. Looks to throw. Looking. And he is going to be sacked back at the 36-yard line. So looks like it may have been a fumble on the play, but it is irrelevant, and the Longhorns will have the ball.
One thing about that, when you spread them out, you better protect that quarterback. and Lambert was coming that time, and he had no time to throw the ball. Doesn't matter what routes you're running because they don't have time to develop when the pressure's like that.
No, they don't. So 6:08 here to go in the ball game. Longhorns take over at their 36-yard line. Snap. Give is to Vasquez. Turns the corner. Lots of room to run across the 50, inside the 40, 30, 25, 20. Makes another man miss, and he's going to be tackled at the 15-yard line.
I'm going to tell you, that was impressive pursuit there by the Raider defense, but what could be even more is the hustle of that offensive lineman running downfield to get that lead block. Outstanding effort.
90, Madison Hope with the good hustle.
So all the way down to the 15-yard line. Nice run by Vasquez. It's about almost a 40-yard run there. 50 yards, actually. So first down Longhorns at the 15. 1st and 10. Snap, gives to Myers. He's going to be inside the 10 down to about the 6-yard line. He's going to be about a yard and a half shy of the first down.
Now, I'll tell you, Myers did a good job right there, bending that back to find the hole and then getting upfield. He hasn't had consistent success tonight, but he continues to be a threat there up the middle.
Timeout, Raiders.
So Raiders call time. 5:22 to go in the ball game.
On that Braves score.
So they have one more.
3, Braves 1.
So again, Raiders defense needs another big stop here.
Yeah, they're going to have to dig down deep. I don't think they can afford to let Lambert put another touchdown on the board here and go up 2 touchdowns with only 5 minutes left in the half. Though the Raiders have shown a little bit of flashes of success through the air tonight, I don't think they consistently, again, want to keep dropping back to pass because they'll eventually get what you saw there on that 4th down play, which was good pressure from that aggressive Longhorns defense. So they really need to dig deep right here on defense if they can and get a stop if they want to stay in this ball game.
So 5:22 to go in the game. 2nd down, 2 to go for the Longhorns.
Another score updated at the half. Hampton County 23, Valdosta 6.
And Maxwell with a keeper, very close to the first down.
5-yard line. Looks like where they're going to put the ball down. That's going to be.
We will await the spot here.
We're taking a look.
Got a flag on the play, actually. Got a couple of referees standing right over it. We didn't see it initially there.
Well, they've placed it on the 5. Now let's see what they're going to do with it.
So if it's at the 5, he's going to be. So you'll have enough for the first down.
There is a flag down
by about the length of the football.
It's a dead ball foul.
Personal foul against the Raiders on.
And that's against North.
A little bit of frustration.
Yardage was good enough on the play.
You had momentum, things looking so good, you're driving down the field, then all of a sudden you get sacked on 4th down and the Longhorns come back with a huge run to get inside your 10-yard line. I think maybe you got a little emotion, a little frustration coming out right there by the Raiders.
So it'll be 1st and goal. Ball will be at about the 2.5-yard line. As the Longhorns will take their time here, bleed some clock. So 1st down and goal. Just under 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Give to Vasquez, who hammers it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Scoring the Longhorn touchdown.
And we got an injured Raider down on the field as he was the man that was hit by Vasquez, and he's hurting.
Yeah, Vasquez turned it up. He was not going to be denied getting in that end zone.
So with 4:50 to go, Lambert 27 pending the PAT.
Let's hear it for number 16, Trey Smith.
Trey Smith, the man Knocked down for the Raiders, up to coming off under his own power now. Looks like he probably just got the wind knocked out of him there.
Yeah, I think so.
Carjala on for the PAT.
Champion registered to hold. Ryan Carjala to attempt the extra point.
And the snap. Kick is away. Kick is good.
Kick is signaled as
So
good.
4:50 to go in the ball game. Lambert now on top 21-7 over the Raiders here on the Listen Your Way Game of the Week.
Forsyth, 7.
So your hopes have dimmed tremendously here for the Raiders.
Yeah, now you're looking at a little under 5 minutes, and you got to put 2 touchdowns on the board when it's taken you the better part of 3.5 quarters to put 1 on the board. So yeah, so things are not looking at the best, but you start with 1 at a time. I think you get this possession in the best field position that you can, coming off of the kickoff return, and then try to put 1 in the end zone. See what time you got left. I know it's nothing strange to the Raiders, as they were down a couple of touchdowns to Dawson, second game of the season, and were able to come back and pull that one out in the 4th quarter. This Longhorn team, I think, a little stiffer than the Dawson County team, and known more for putting games away, but definitely still not out of the realm of possibilities.
And also on this team's going to be a lot deeper too. You just got more personnel that you can run out there.
Yeah, that's true.
As the Raiders come out onto the field to get set up here,
Georgia driving coach. It's a 30-hour course.
Maxwell will kick it away.
The winner of this gift certificate, Seth Marniette. Seth, come to the press box and claim your gift certificate. Our fund sponsor, Georgia driving
Looks like we have Malden and Riddle back deep. Kick is away. And into the end zone for the touchback.
Good for a touchback. The Raiders will start 1st and 10.
1st and 10 Raiders from their 20-yard line. So the Raiders are going to have to get things moving quickly here. Try and get some points on the board, and you only got 1 timeout to do it with as well.
Brookwood, 14.
Yeah, they're going to have to take advantage of maybe throwing some sideline stuff out to the sidelines to get out of bounds and maybe stop the clock. And again, you got that issue of how you're going to protect the quarterback, because you hadn't done a really good job of that all night, or haven't been able to do it. Credit to that Longhorn defense.
So the Raiders come out in the spread. Roberts in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Pass is complete. Pass complete to number 12, Brooks Blevins.
Number 12, Brooks Blevins on the catch.
Picks up about 7 yards. It's going to be second and three. 4.5 minutes to go. Raiders again with the spread look. Fakes the give, rolls to the right, under pressure, and he will throw it away.
I'm not.
Roberts.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not sure there was a receiver anywhere in that area.
Flag comes in late back at the 20-yard line.
So it'll be grounding against the Raiders.
Yeah, he really had nowhere to go with that football.
No, he didn't. As we wait and mark off the penalty here. So it's going to be a loss of down on the play as well. The ball is spotted at the 15, so it's going to be 3rd down and 15 for the Raiders.
So spot foul, 5 yards is the penalty, and a loss of down.
So 3rd and 15 for the Raiders. Snap. Under pressure again, and he's going to be sacked back at the 11-yard line. That is number 66, Trey LeBlanc.
That time they go with the empty backfield. The problem is, again, when you go empty backfield, you can spread them out with a lot of receivers, but it only leaves 5 guys to protect, and it's hard to protect, especially with the pressure they've been getting up front from Lambert. You almost have to leave a back there to help with the protection.
So it's going to be 4th and long here. Raiders bring the punting unit on. Gottberg will punt it away.
Number 7.
Longhorns have no one deep.
For the Raiders.
Kick is away. A low line drive kick. Takes a Raider bounce. And it will roll dead inside the 40 down at the 38-yard line.
Rolls down dead.
So it'll be 1st and 10 there for the Longhorns.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Longhorns with 3:02 left in the contest. Once again, fans, we'd like to remind you that both fans.
So you got to figure we're going to see a lot of Myers and Vasquez here.
Yeah, I would think so.
Will be performing their competition.
Some of those running backs for Lambert.
Tonight's game.
Myers, Vasquez, Little, Maxwell.
Actually, you have a different quarterback in the game now. Register looks like will be under center. Gives up the middle to Myers. And he's very close to a 1st down.
Daniel Myers takes up the middle.
So it looks like Maxwell will get the rest of the night off.
Number 5, Eric Fitzgerald.
Another good night for him. He played another good ball game tonight.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's such a key part of what they do over here. And they run that midline option so well, and the key of that is you got to have a good fullback and a good quarterback, and they do have that combination.
So it's going to be 2nd and a yard here. Man comes in motion. Give is to Myers again, I believe. He's going to have the 1st down by about a yard.
That's number 43, James Little.
Actually, a little on the carry this time.
Taking it down to the 49-yard line. Where that's good enough.
So 1st down for the Longhorns.
Yes, that is. It's good enough for another Longhorn 1st down. And number 9, Chandler Register in at quarterback for the Longhorns.
So we got under 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. Give up the middle to Myers again. Picks up about 3 yards or so.
Myers on the carry, gets thrown backwards after a couple of yards gain.
As they continue to run the clock down here, under 2 minutes to go. It's a good ball game here tonight, Chuck.
Yeah, well played, hard fought on both sides. North had a great game plan, I think, and I think their plan really kept them in the game and gave them a shot there in the 4th quarter, which is really what I think they wanted coming into the game. Hang around, give us a shot, and they had that shot with the drive after the Longhorn fumble in the 4th quarter to tie this game up, but they just couldn't quite get it done. Lambert just a little too strong.
So give is to, I believe that's Little that time. Picks up maybe a yard. Under a minute to go here.
Down after a short game.
So Longhorns looks like they will be moving to 5-0. Raiders will drop to 3-2. But again, Raiders have nothing to hang their head about tonight. They played a very good ball game.
Dave, they played a very good ball game, and they played a very good team in the Lambert Longhorns. And again, you see Lambert not really putting the teams away, but controlling the game. You never really seemed like they were in trouble or that the game was in doubt. Even when they had the turnover there, they just seemed like they calmly will get the ball back and eat some clock up, and their defense will play tough and run to the ball. So good, well played by both teams tonight.
Pitch outside, and he's going to have enough for the 1st down inside the 40, and they'll have to, looks like they'll wind the clock one more time, and that'll be enough to end the ball game here. So both these teams will get ready after this and move on to next week. Our next game with you here on Listen Your Way will be on October the 19th. as we will come to you from Raider Valley as the Raiders play host to the Wolverines from West Forsyth. And so that's going to wrap us up here from Lambert. Your final score, the Lambert Longhorns 21, the North Forsyth Raiders 7. Again, you've been listening to the Listen Your Way Game of the Week. Be sure and visit us at listenyourway.com. You'll catch the video replay. So that's going to end the game here tonight for us. So as we wrap it up for our producer, Travis Chafin, our video operator, Elizabeth Shoemake, and my color commentator, Chuck Shadburn, this is Keith Shoemake, signing off until October the 19th as we come to you from Raider Valley. So long, everybody.